Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about three different statistical functions: average, average A and average X. Let us understand what are the differences among these three functions. Why there are three different average functions. First of all, this average function, this is a simple average function which takes the numeric column as an argument and it returns a decimal number which represent the arithmetic mean. Okay, it's a simple average function. Now this is average A. Average A is it returns a decimal value but it handles text and non-numeric values. Average is numeric values and average A is non-numeric and text value as well as some logical values, that means the Boolean values. Okay. Average X is, there are two arguments for average X. First is table, second is expression. Expression means it evaluates the expression for each row of a table, then take the resulting set of values and calculate its arithmetic mean. Okay, let us understand how we can implement these functions. For this project, I have taken this US Superstore data. Okay, it's a simple ESV file and I have imported that file. First, I have created one calculated measure using this average function. It's a simple average function and it's returning the sales value, average sales value. Okay. And before moving to average A, first I will go through this average X. In average X, I have first this table name, then this sales value plus this profit value. If you can observe, if I'm going back to this average function and here if I want to pass this profit value with the plus sign, it will not work. Okay, let me show you. If I type plus, then profit, and you can observe nothing is coming. Okay. So, if I want to execute this type of expression and I need to find out the average value from that expression, I should use this average X function. Okay. Now, average A. So, before moving to this average A function, what I have done, I have created one calculated field. Okay, it is if clause. I'm using this if clause, and where the sales value is greater than 100, then it will show true or false. So based on this calculated column, I have created this use of average A function, and it's simple. I'm using this average A and it returning the value, average value for this calculated column. And you can observe I'm getting the result 0.38. How it is coming? So for this is sales value greater than 100, it has some true values, it has some false values. Okay. So when it's coming true, it considers the row count as 1. Okay. So in this way, how many row count we are getting as 1, based on that, it is calculating this average value. That's why it's coming 0.38. Okay, so from this video, you understand how we can execute average function, average X and average A, and where we can use these functions. In this video, we are going to know about max, max A and max X. Max is simple. It will return the largest value in a column, but it does not support the logical values. Whereas max A, it is also returning the largest value, but it supports the logical values like true and false. Max X, it is also evaluating an expression of a table and returning the largest value. So first I will show you the use of max value. So here I have used this max and max cells. So it is returning the maximum sales value. Okay, this is the largest sales value. Now if I'm going to use this max function on this date column, I'm getting the largest date or latest date from the order date. Now for max x function, I am passing this table as an argument, then this sales value plus this profit value, and after evaluating this expression, it will return the largest value for this function. Okay. Now max a. For this max a, I have used this is cells 100 value. Now this is cells greater than 100, it returns a true value or false value. So that means it is a logical values. Now when I'm creating this max a function, based on this calculated column, I'm getting 1. That means for true, it considers 1 and false 0. That means it is returning the largest value as 1. So from this video, I hope you get some idea about this max, max a and max x function. In this video, we are going to learn about mean, mean a and mean x. So mean is simple. It returns the smallest value in a column and it does not support the logical values. Mean a, it is also returning the smallest value in a column, but it supports the logical values like true and false. Mean x, it evaluates an expression of a table and it returns the smallest value. So what I have done, I have imported this US Superstore data for this case study, and how I have used this mean function. First, I have created this use of mean of this sales value. That means it will return the smallest value of this sales column. Now mean x is considering this US Superstore table and sales value plus the profit value. After evaluating these values, it will return the smallest value from this column, and you are getting this negative value because the profit column has some negative information. Now mean a is considering this is cells greater than 100. How this is cells function is working? It is, let me show you. So this is cells greater than 100, it returning the, if a cells value 100 greater than 100, then it will return true and or false. Then it's whenever I'm using this function, I'm getting this 0. That means true considering as 1 and false considering as 0. So that means it's returning the value as 0. So I hope you get some idea about this mean a and mean x function. In this video, we are going to explore this median function and median x function. Median, like what is median? If you want to know some about this descriptive statistics, please go for this description section. I will provide you the link about this definition. Okay. So first of all, median is this function is also returning the decimal values of a number as a median form. Okay. And median x is first argument as table and second argument as expression. So it will evaluate the expression, then based on that resulting data set, it will return the median value. Let me show you. It's simple. The median function, I am trying to get the median value of this cells column. Okay. And the median x is also simple. I am providing this table as this first argument and sales value plus the profit value. And that means after calculating this expression, it will provide you the median value. I hope from this video you get some idea about this median functions. In this video, we are going to explore different type of count function. Let's start with the simple count function. It returns the count of rows that contain the following kind of values like numbers, dates and strings. But true and false values are not supported and blank values are skipped. Now next function is count A. It is also similar to this count function, but it supports true and false values. Count AX. It counts the non-blank results when evaluating the result of an expression over a table, and whenever the function finds no rows to aggregate, the function returns a blank. Now if you want to count logical values, then you have to use this count AX function. Okay, that means it will support this true and false function. Now count X, it's not count AX, it's simple count X. It takes two arguments. First is table and the second is one expression. And count blank. It returns the number of blank cells in a column. Count rows. We have used so many times this count rows function. This function is used to count the number of rows in a base table. But more often we have used this function to count the number of rows which are coming from a filter condition. Okay, whenever we are applying some filter and when we are getting some returning some records and we are counting those records. Okay, now distinct count, as name suggested, it takes a column as an argument and you can use this column containing any type of data. When the function finds no rows to count, it returns the blank. That means it will always return the distinct count rows. Now distinct count no blank. So unlike this distinct count function, distinct count no blank does not include the blank values. That means distinct count, it includes the blank values, but distinct count no blank, it is always exclude these blank values. So let us understand how we can implement these functions. First, I have imported this US Superstore data as already I have done in my videos. Okay, so first use of count. Simple count. I'm taking this order date as a column. Okay, so it will return the count of date. So if any date are not present, it will simply skip those rows. Okay, that means blank values are skipped. Okay, now next function is count A. Count A, I'm considering this isCells function. isCells is where how I have created that isCells function. I've already explained in my previous videos. It's returning if it is greater than 100, it will return true or false. Okay, so let me go back to this count A, and here count A is returning these values. Okay, because after all it's counting, so it is working on this true and false values. That is my purpose to show you. Now count AX. What I have done? I have used this count AX function, and within that function I am using this because X is first argument should be a table and second argument will be an expression. Okay, now I have used this filter condition, and within the filter condition I am passing this US Superstore as a table and category value is furniture. That means this filter value return type is table. Okay, and this is the postal code. It's an expression I'm considering here. So it should return some value, and if you can observe, I'm getting this count information. That means it will return the furniture category postal code for this furniture category. Now before moving to this count X function, I will show you this count row function. Okay, count row is simple. It's returning the number of rows from this table. Okay, this is simple. Now next one is distinct count. Distinct count is also I'm providing this order ID, because in this table the order ID has been repeated multiple times. Okay, so that's why I'm using this order ID and this distinct count of this order ID. If you can observe, I'm getting this 5009 distinct order ID. Now for this use of distinct count no blank, and here I'm passing this product ID. That means it returns the number of rows of this product ID, which doesn't include the blank values. Now count X and use of count blank, I have used another simple table. which you can also create. I've just created one personal data, a small table with ID, name and phone. Let me show you the data structure. Simple, just give one name and this is a phone number, and intentionally I'm keeping two records are blank, okay, so that I can experiment with the other functions. So now here I am using this use count text. I am using this phone, and you can observe it will return only 3. That means the 2 blank rows are skipped here. Now this is a count blank and it is returning the 2 rows. That means 2 rows are blank because my previous data set doesn't have any blank rows. So I'm not able to experiment that. So I have created this data set. I hope from this video you got some idea about different type of count function in this statistical function category in DAX. In this video, we are going to learn about how we can use this sample function as well as standard deviation sample, standard deviation x sample, where s, where x is. Here is for this sample. First, let us create one sample table. Okay. For example, in this case study, I have imported first US Superstore data, and US Superstore data have some 10,000 rows. Okay. Now I want to create one sample. Now what is sample data and what is population data? These are some part of our statistics. Okay. If you want to know more about this statistical terminology, please go to the description section. I have provided you one link for this descriptive statistics, and what is sample data, what is population data, and all those terminology will be mentioned there. Okay. So how I can create this sample table? What I have done, sample, it's a simple sample function. Here I am considering 8,000 rows because my the complete data set I have near about 10,000 rows. So I'm taking the 8,000 rows as a sample data for this analysis. And here you need to pass this table name, and it will be ordered by category. Category field name is there, and ascending order. Okay, so my sample table has been created. It will have similar type of table structure, same table structure, but with 8,000 rows. Okay, now for this purpose, after creating this sample table, I'm using the standard deviation for sample population, then standard deviation x, and it returns the expression. It's a similar type of formula where the first argument is table and the second argument is expression. Where s is the return, it will return the variance of the sample population, and where x dot s is returning the similar type of way. The first argument is table and the second argument is expression. Okay, let me show you how we can use that function. Okay, first you need to go to this sample table, and the standard deviation s, it's simple standard deviation is, and of this sales value you have to pass one column. This is standard deviation x s, and here the table I'm passing the sample table and sales value plus the profit value. Similar way, the variable function, it's similarly variable for column I'm passing this sales column, the simple var function, and this var x is also sales plus profit. That means it will evaluate this expression first, then it will return the variance of this complete set of values. So it's very easy to find out all the statistical measures from Power BI that I am trying to showcase to you. I hope you get some idea about this. In my previous video, we get some idea about this sample data, how we can extract the sample data from the population data set. Okay, and we get some idea about standard deviation on sample data and standard variance on this sample data. In this video, we are going to explore the 4 statistical functions, that is standard deviation population, standard deviation x population, var population, and var x population. It's very simple. Population means my complete data sets. Okay, and sample means is the sample subset of this complete data set. So it's very simple to get the standard deviation of your population data set. Just use this function on this cells column. Okay, and standard deviation is where first argument is the table and second argument is an expression. Here I am passing this sales and profit as an expression. It will evaluate the expression first, then it will returning the standard deviation of this complete set of values. Okay, and the variance of this population data set is simple var.p of this sales value. Similar way, the var x, first argument table, second argument expression, evaluating the expression, then it will return the variance of this complete set of values. So it's very simple to get the this statistical function, standard deviation, variance from Power BI. I hope from this video you get some idea about this. Thank you. Thanks for watching.